This video is part 2. Happy watching.
Last final P, there is the most important P, right? Which is the plan. Now, you want to have a plan that is simple and it works for everyone. And you want a business that you can catch everybody, right? Now, imagine if a plan that requires you to come out with 3,000 ringgit or at least a few thousand ringgit to buy those high price unique products. And then you need to go out there and promote and sell all these products to others. Now, do you think this kind of plan now, today, do you think it's going to work? How many people now during the bad times are willing to come out with 3,000 ringgit just to buy things that they don't really need at these tough times? And how many people can even afford to come out with that kind of money? And if you go and do this kind of plan, how many people will you be able to sell the products to? Right? How much will you be able to make? Can you see what I mean? Now, that is why many business today that's having this kind of plan or having this kind of highly priced unique products, they are now all suffering big time. Not only their business is suffering, but all the members, all their consumers will also suffer. Because when people stop buying, when people now no longer can afford to continue consuming their products, the income will stop. But here, with our plan, just by switching your normal spending of 300 for your daily items that you and your whole family has been already using, does it gonna cost you anything? The last final P, that is the most important P, right? Which is the plan. Now, you want to have a plan that is simple and it works for everyone. And you want a business that you can catch everybody, right? Now, imagine if a plan that requires you to come out with 3,000 ringgit or at least a few thousand ringgit to buy those high price unique products. And then you need to go out there and promote and sell all these products to others. How many people will you be able to sell the products to? Right? How much will you be able to make? Can you see what I mean? Now, that is why many business today that's having this kind of plan or having this kind of highly priced unique products, they are now all suffering big time. Not only their business is suffering, but all the members, all their consumers will also suffer. Because when people stop buying, when people now no longer can afford to continue consuming their products, the income will stop. But here, with our plan, just by switching your normal spending of 300 for your daily items that you and your whole family has been already using, does it gonna cost you anything? Nothing. Doesn't cost you anything, right? So if it doesn't cost anything, don't you see that we can get 99.999% of all the people in this country to come in? If it costs nothing, then everybody can afford it, right? And then, but how much can I make in this business, right? If at the end, if you would only be able, to make a couple of 100 ringgits, you will probably say, better don't waste my time. It doesn't look, exciting enough, right? All this just to make a few 100 ringgit, people will not be interested, right? But if you are able to make 150 ringgit a month, won't you be interested? 150,000 ringgit? No need 150,000. You give me 10,000 also, I'm also very happy already, right? But yeah, really you are able to make 150,000. Why not? And that's why everybody will be interested. That's why I say 99.999 of these people will be interested. Who won't be interested? Well, the only people that may not be interested in making 150,000 are those so super rich people, right? And to them, maybe 150,000 may be a very small amount and is wasting their time, right? But that is the 0.001%. But for the rest of the 99.99% of people, everybody is interested and everybody wants to make that 150,000, right? That is why this plan works for both ends. Low entry, high returns. Now, let me show you. If this is what we do you think can make it? No. So how do we do it? Now, let me show you with this. Okay. Now, this is the 22nd century consumer marketing. And this is what we do. We call this the multiplier. Now, your 2 sets cost 300 ringgit. 1 set will give you a 100 AV. So 2 sets will be 200 AV. AV means awarded volume. Now we convert all the sales into AV because this business is worldwide. And you have got so many different currencies with different countries, and it will be very difficult to do all the conversions for calculations of rewards and so on. So we get it all converted into AV, whether the sales is coming from Japan or Korea or Australia and so on, right? Now, if we were to take this 300, which is 200 AV, to do the calculation for rewards for you, now, we know you won't be making money. Too little. But then we do this only for the first time, right? For every 2 sets of 300, which gives you the 200 AV, now we straight away, we boost it. We make it into 1,000 AV. What it means is your 200 AV, we multiply by 5 times for you to give you that 1,000 AV. So if 5 times multiplied by your 300 ringgit is how much? That's 1,500. So when you spend 300, it's as good as you are spending 1,005. Now, if we were to tell you, if you come in and you got to spend 1,005, how many people can do it? Can you go out there and get people to spend 1,005? Very, very difficult, right? Now, and let me give you a simpler explanation. Okay, you look at this pool here. This is what we call the money pool, right? The pool for rewards. Now, the money pool is where everybody will share, every month. Whenever people spend, we throw the money inside this pool. Whatever sets that they buy, we throw the money inside there, right? Now, you now ask every other consumer programs or those MLMs out there, what is your profit calculation payout? Now, a lot of them will tell you, well, it's about 50%, right? Well, which is understandable, right? Because they need to cover for their overheads, their costing, and make some profits, right? So it means that if you spend 300 ringgit, only 50% will go into the money pool, right? Which is 150. Okay? Well, that's too little. How would you even make money? Can you imagine how many consumers you will need to get if it's only 150? In our case, we know that with this way, you won't be able to make money. So this is why we do this. Your 300, we don't even take 1 cent out. Not 1 cent, right? we don't even keep 1 cent. For other companies, they say the payout is 50%, so they take out 150 out and they put in the 150 in. But ours, we don't take a single cent out. The whole 300 ringgit goes in. Plus, we top it up with 1,002. Meaning your 200 AV, we put all in plus another 800 AV. And therefore, your 2 sets of 200 AV is now equals to 1,000 AV. Or in terms of money, is 1,005. Now, can you imagine that? Have you ever seen this kind of plan? This kind of business model anywhere in the world today? No, not yet. But you have seen this happening now with all these social media companies like YouTube and Facebook, WhatsApp, right? They spend and spend without making money. They throw and throw and throw. They never take out anything. They keep on spending by the billions until they get all the consumers now looking at YouTube, looking at Facebook, using WhatsApp, and that is when they start making money. Understand now? Now, same thing with us. We know if you spend 300, who is going to make money? If we ask people to come in to do 1,005, who will be able to get 1,005? It will definitely fail. And that is why we give you the booster. And this pool, right, is shared by all the people who is qualified. That means if you have come in and you bring people in, and then the people that you bring in now bring others in and so on, you will get a share, right? Depending on how big your share is. But it doesn't matter who came in first or later, right? Because ours is not a pyramid scheme. Because why? Pyramid means that the one on top will always make more than anybody else. But no. You may be down the line, far away from the person who is on top of the line. But the person on top may only ended up having 3 groups. And you may have 6 groups. Well, and anytime you are going to make much more than the person on top of you, right? And this is a very fair sharing way of the plan. So now this is how and why the plan works. So you now come in with 5, A, B, C, D, E, and each came in with 2 sets. So each will have a 1,000 AV. And you get back your 300 ringgit. And whatever you spend for your 2 sets is now free, right? This 300 ringgit in cash as an incentive, right, that will go straight to your bank for completing to bring in 5. And we give you up to 3 months from the month that you join to bring in the 5, and you will still make that 300. But of course, you can get more than 5. The more you get, the more you will make. But here we just assume that you come in and only bring 5. And everybody that's going to come in will only also bring in 5. And when your 5 now gets 5, and assuming that you have not done anything more, and after getting the 5, right, you have not done anything, so the new 5 will now give you a 5,000 AV in each group, right? Multiply, right? The 5 is 5,000 AV. Now we refer to the branch rewards, right? For 5,000 AV, you will make 180 ringgit, right? Multiply by 5 groups that you have. Okay, you make 900 ringgit. Now, then, when the new 5 now brings in the next 5, right? you are going to make how much? Then there's 25,000. Okay, from the new 5, the 25,000 AV you will get paid of 780 ringgit, multiplies by 5 groups that you have. So you will make 3,009. And how much does the ABCD makes? They make 900 ringgit. Then the new 5 now gets their 5, and you now have each of your group will have 125,000 AV. And if you look at the branch reward, okay, you will get paid 3,480 ringgit, and multiplies by 5 groups. Well, you make 17,400 ringgit. Now this is already a 5-figure income, right? How many people actually will have the opportunity to even make a 5 figures today? Now, just to share with you that the statistics says that, over 90% of the world population in the world today, well, even until retirement, they will never be able to earn a 5 figures of income, right? But here you are making already 17,400. Then now let's look, when the new 125 gets their 5, right? There will be 625, and you now make 30,000. And this is even better than any GM's pay out there, right? And finally, when the 625 now gets 5, okay, this is now where you will hit the 3 million AV in each group. So you hit the jackpot, bingo, right? You make 150,000. And you're going to enjoy making this month after month after month, right? So, well, that's what it is, okay? Now, but would you want more? So what I've shown you just now, right? You got 5 groups, and you get 150,000. But if you can bring in 5 groups, can you bring in 6 groups? The 6, the 7? Of course, right? So now what you do is you focus on your first 5. Then when you see that your first 5, they are doing well, and you don't have to wait until that they hit the 3 million, right? You start to bring in your 6th group, the F, or the 7th group, right? Now, assuming you bring in the 6th group, the F, and how much will the F gives you, okay? Or how much you make from the F, right? Once the group hits 3 million, you will make 90,000, okay? And if you got the 7th group, this will give you 120,000. And some people ask, if I want to make 1 million a month, how many groups do I need to have? Well, you just need 13 groups from A to M, right? And that is 13 groups. And that is 1 million a month. So what kind of business, right, that can give you 1 million a month without overheads, without an office, right? And you can do this, with a gig type of freedom, do as when as you like. And you can even go for holidays. You can go away from 1 year, 2 years, and never return also, never mind, right? As long as, now, every month, you just need to make sure that you key in your orders and buy for your monthly requirement, right? And also, whatever that you are making, you will also be able to will it to your next generation. And now, let me show you this. Now, what if instead of you getting 5 groups, right? Let's say you try to get 5 groups and you end up only able to get 4 groups. Well, how much will you make? You still make 90,000. No? Wow, this is fantastic, right? And what if you are only able to get 3 groups, right? You still make 54,000. This is still very good. Or maybe at the end, you're only able to get 2 groups. You will still make 36,000, right? And or if you are only able to get 2 groups, but one side is a small group, right? A weak group. Well, you still make 21,000 ringgit. Seriously? Yes, right? So now if you look at this, how could you fail? No one can fail in this, right? All you need to do is follow what I taught you in the beginning just now, okay? So with us, success is very simple. All you do is just to switch your spending of 300 ringgit to us, right? You get better and safer products, okay? You save, and with the 30 discount points, you will be saving thousands of ringgit. Not only that, next month, right, we will be having about 200 and 200 over or 268, right, new imported items just for you, right, from makeup range to the organic range, to the pure aloe, and I heard there's some essential oils and all, right? And you'll be able to use your discount points to buy all those great items at great discounts, right? Compared to the price that they are selling in retail and in pharmacies or online, okay? And all that you need to do is help the company to bring in 5 bitsumers, not consumers, but bitsumers, right? Because a consumer will only come in and consume and will not bring others for you, right? So you got to get people to be interested in making money, and you teach them, okay? And when you can do that, then you will earn impressive income, whether in good times and in bad times, right? And once after telling someone about this business, and then they are now excited and they say, yes, I'm in. Then you will have to tell them this, okay? Which is what I'm going to have to tell you now, right? Because if I don't tell you about it now, and in the future, if you got to know about it, you are not going to forgive me for not telling you in the beginning. As after this, there is no turning back, right? So after all this, if you want to really fast track your income, can you? Yes, you can, okay? So since now you are already confirmed to come in with 2 sets, now I want to tell you what you are going to get if you come in with 6 sets instead, okay? Now, if you look at the 6 sets, now 6 sets is 900 ringgit, right? Which you have to add another 4 sets from your 2 sets, right? Now, 1 set is about 150. So 4 more sets times about 150. So it's going to cost you a 600 ringgit more. But you will now get 5,000 AV instead of 1,000. And the company puts in even more, right? 6 sets is usually only 600 AV. The company adds in another 4,400 AV, which cost the company a total of 7,500 ringgit. And not only that, whenever you buy on the normal price, okay, when you spend later on, right, or when you have shoppers buying in your store using your store URL, right, you're going to enjoy a 10% of the store profits. Or if you or your shoppers now buy using the DP, or the discount points in your store, then you will get 4%. Unlike if you go for 2 sets, your store profits on normal price is only half, 5%. And using discount points, you only get 2%, right? Now, you have a choice whether to go for 2 sets or 6 sets. It's a one-time decision. But you get to enjoy the benefits forever and ever. A lifetime benefit, right? But that's not the most that you're going to miss out. If you didn't go for the 6 sets, right? You are going to miss out what we call the group store incentive, right? Because only if you go for the 6 sets, then you enjoy making from the group store incentive, which you are sure to earn up to an extra 800 ringgit every month after month for a lifetime. And I will show you in a moment, okay? But if you choose to go with 2 sets, then you will not and be entitled to earn from the group store incentive. And not only that, with 6 sets, you will also get the 90 discount points that you can save, even more instead of just the 30 points. All right. Now, let's look at the difference if you would have gone for the 6 sets. Okay. The 6 sets cost you 900 ringgit. 2 sets cost you 300 ringgit. The difference is 600. But the 6 sets immediately gives you 5,000 AV. And if you look at the branch rewards, immediately you will qualify for 180 ringgit. So you actually get back the 180 already. Plus, even, it could be in the same month, or you could even, hit the group store incentive at this very same month. And that may even come up to about 800 ringgit. And let's say it's 800. So the total is 980. Minus the difference of 600. You still get back 280 more, right? But the difference is you now need to pay the 600 extra for the 4 additional sets. But you will get back all the 800 and so on later on, right? But because of this, you also enjoy the group sales incentive, and you're going to get your 800 not only this month, but every month after that as well. Every month is a lifetime thing. Okay. So now all you need to do is just to choose another 4 sets, right? Because we have about 60 over sets, so you just choose another 4 sets to make up to your 2 sets, right? So together all is the 6 sets, right? Now, the beauty of this is if everybody in your group knows about, this, and now they go for the 6 sets, right? Each of them now will have the 5,000 AV instead of, the 2 sets which give you only 1,000 AV. Now you can see how much faster you will be able to make, right? Now, your first 5, when you get your first 5, instead of 300, you get 1,980, right? When your 5 gets 5, instead of 900, you now make 4,700. And each of your 5 now gets 5, you are already making 18,200. And then the 5 now gets 5, you already make 30,000. And you see the 800 there? Well, that is your group store incentive, right? And then moving on, okay, you make 150,000 plus the 800 there. See, so after about the 4th stage to 5th stage onwards, every month you're going to get that 800 ringgit from the group store incentive, right? So, and moving on, you definitely, will probably have your 6 group, your 7 group. So you definitely be making more than 150,000 already. Okay. So this is basically your choice. But if you decided to go for the 2 sets now, and later on, if you change your mind, well, unfortunately, you can't turn back already. As the company, they do not allow for any upgrades, right? Because if we allow people, to come in with 2 sets first, and then later on only come in, want to do the upgrades. Now everybody will come in with 2 sets. Okay, then you don't want that, right? You want to make your money as fast as possible, right? So we are actually helping you, right? So everybody has a choice. They can come in, right, with 6 sets. Then it will be, they get the 5,000 AV, and this will be even faster. Okay, but many people, after knowing this, they could really see the big difference, and all of them, they will definitely want to go for the 6 sets instead. Okay, and how fast you want to make your money is really up to you. Okay, here we never specify whether it will take you months or weeks or days, right? If it takes you 1 whole month just to get 5, and everybody takes 1 whole month to get 5, well, then you make your money by the months. Okay, but if you want it fast, then you can go by the weeks. In week 1, you get 5, and you tell the 5, to now get 5 by week 2, and so on, right? So in 5 or 6 weeks, you're already making your 150,000 already, right? And if you want faster than that, you can also do it by the days. Well, today you come in and you get 5, and you tell your 5, by tomorrow, they all must get 5, right? And so on and so forth. So you teach everybody that, and you show them, if you want to make even faster, you go by the days, okay? And you can complete all this and make your 150,000 even by the next weekend. Oh, right? Can you find any kind of business that you can make so fast? Is there any other kind of, consumer programs or even the MLMs that is so that they can allow you to make so fast? Or even money game, right? That only costs you 300 ringgit and can give you that kind of, income that fast? No way, right? So, well, this is the business concept. Okay. Now, is that it? Is there more? Well, what if you now ask, can I make more? If somebody asks, can I make more? Right? Now, let me show you one more. Okay. Now, here is, instead of you having just 1 store account, right? You can actually have 2 store accounts, and you could even make more, right? By having your spouse or using another family member's name or a business name, you can come in, put on top of you, right, as Y1. Okay, this is Y1, right? So you are Y, okay? And Y1 just need to get 1 small group, which is F, the 6th group, right? Which is F, right? And the F will be doing just a small AV, just about 100,000 AV. Okay. Now, because when you start bringing in your 5, right, your group is eventually going to go big. Okay. And soon the A, B, C, D, E now is going to, have average about 600 AV each. Okay, around, I think, stage 4, stage 5, okay, which will bring the total group AV to 3 million, right? Now, for you will make that 30,000 from your group, okay, from the branch rewards. But your spouse or your Y1, which is this one here, all right, who's on top of you, and by just having 1 group, which is F, right? And Y1 will be making, right, from F, it will make 3,000. And from your group, because Y1 is on top of you, so Y1 will make from your group will be 18,000. all right, because your group is already hitting 3 million, right? So total is 21,000. Now, if you combine both Y and Y1, right, because you got two store accounts, so the total is 51,000. Okay, so and eventually, okay, the F, right, when the F now starts hitting the 3 million, okay, and that is where, all right, F alone, if you look, right, F alone is the sixth group, right, and under our rewards, extra rewards, you will be getting just from F alone, the group, you'll be getting 90,000, right, and plus, all the other groups as well. Every month, you will be getting like 240,000 for the six groups that has 3 million, right? So you can see now how fantastic this whole business is, right? And if you would decide, to come in with 2 stores, now I will strongly advise that your Y1 account, you would also, want to come in with a 6 sets, because not only that the Y1 will enjoy all the maximum benefits that I mentioned earlier, right? With the group store incentive and the store profits of 10% and so on, right? But as you build your, A, B, C, D, and E, and Y1, who is on top of you, right, is just up there, right, parking up there, right, would be able to enjoy the maximum carry forward of whatever AV that is not used, that is coming from your group to Y1, right? And able to enjoy up to the maximum of 1 million AV of carrying forward, okay? Unlike with 2 sets, right? The carry forward of any unused AV is only up to the maximum of 20,000, okay? So that's all about it, right, folks? That's all about it. That's how our concept is. So I really hope that after this, you are all excited, after seeing how great this opportunity is.
Congratulations. You have completed watching both the videos. We hope you have full understanding of this opportunity. And you are interested to build a solid online business which has a potential to make you a millionaire. Please contact your friend who introduced to you this opportunity. And ask for the registration link now. If you are not sure who introduced, please check your email you registered with us for more information. Thank you. And good luck.